welcome back to my channel, The Transparent Homeschool. My name is Beth, and I am in the series right now of releasing my curriculum picks for the 2026-2027 homeschool year. I just released the curriculum picks for my 2nd grade daughter, my 5th grade daughter, and then this video is going to be about my 7th grade son. So if you are also getting ready for 7th grade, or if you're watching this much later, these are the things that I have picked for my son for his 7th grade year. If you watched my other 2 videos, you will notice that we use a lot of the Good and the Beautiful curriculum. We've used them for many years, but my son is now kind of getting to a spot where I want to try some new things. And so I actually only have 2 things for him that are the Good and the Beautiful, and one I actually don't even have to show you. So we will get to that when I talk about it. But I am going to start with history, and we are doing year 1 from the Good and the Beautiful. Again, in my other videos, I do talk about this, but we used the old edition of year 1, and it just wasn't working for us. That was many years ago now, and so we stopped using it, and I just hoped and hoped and hoped that they would update their course with color and make the lessons shorter. And I think that they have done that. So we will be going through history year 1 as a family. And like I said, everything is color. And the lessons do seem to be a little bit shorter. With that, I bought the Big Book of History Stories. And the course book will tell you when to read those. I have the maps and images here. Also directed by the course book. And then I have a timeline book here. You're supposed to get one of these per child. I only got one for all of my children. I'm not even actually sure that we will use this often. It's more of just kind of if they want to use it. And then I got my son the Student Explorers 7th through 8th grade. Now, they do have the same like regular activities as the regular Explorer. And then most of the lessons come with the extension, which is what the 7th and 8th graders, that's why they have their own book, is because they have the lesson extensions. And so it's a pretty thick book compared to the other one. Again, full color. I've been through this book a few times, just kind of going over it and looking at the activities, and I think it's going to be a hit with my son. And then the other Good and the Beautiful curriculum that we will be using is the Level 7 Language Arts. Now, they are right in the middle of revising it, and so they said it would be a little bit later in the summer when it is released. And so I don't actually have that here to show you because it's not out yet. And even if I were to put a picture up, it would be the old edition. But we are waiting until the newly revised edition of Language Arts Level 7 comes out, and I will be purchasing that. So that's the other piece of the Good and the Beautiful curriculum that he will be using, and I don't have that here to show you. The rest of the curriculum that I have to show you are different companies, and most of them we have used before. So we will be going through 2 Bible studies from Not Consumed Ministries. This one is Immeasurable Treasure. And then this one is Making Peace. This is about conflict resolution. And this one is about the character of God. So we'll be going through both of those. And then my son is finished with handwriting from the Good and the Beautiful. He finished level 7 last year, or this past year. And so to fill that time, we will be doing literature studies. And I allowed him to pick out the ones that he wanted to do. And he chose Robin Hood. And I have the teacher guide here and the student guide. And then he also chose The Hobbit. Again, I have the teacher guide and the student guide. So those 2 things will kind of take up the place of doing his handwriting. I also have Explode the Code, level 7. And level 8, they don't have a 7.5 and they don't have an 8.5. So these are the last 2 levels of Explode the Code, and then he will be finished. With Explode the Code, and that makes me sad because we have been doing Explode the Code for many, many years. And so he's done with handwriting. He'll be done with Explode the Code this year. I just don't know what to do. He's growing up so fast. But yeah, so level 7, level 8 of Explode the Code he will go through. I also decided to add in another little independent work, I guess, more than what he's already doing. And we're going to go with Fix It Grammar level 1. And it's the Nose Tree book, or Nose Tree. That's the student book level 1. And then I have the teacher guide right here. But this will be our first time going into Fix It Grammar. I've watched a few videos on it, and it seems very straightforward as far as what is expected of him, and I think that he will really get the hang of it, and it seems fairly simple. Might end up doing like a couple of lessons per day if he goes quickly through it, and then if we finish the book before the end of the year, which if we do a couple lessons, I'm sure we will, then we'll just go on to level 2 and see how that goes. But he already does a lot of editing and grammar work in the Good and the Beautiful language arts, so I don't think this will be new information for him. It will just be another way for him to practice. So we have Fix It Grammar level 1. The last physical curriculum that I have here, there are 2 more things that I'm going to share with you, but the last physical thing I have is Experience Astronomy from Journey Homeschool Academy. There is a textbook that comes along with this, and it's on back order right now. I can put a picture somewhere over here that he will also be going through. But this is an online Christ-centered course. I have used Journey Homeschool Academy for 2 years now. This will be our 3rd year. I really enjoy their company and all of the courses that they have created. I've done reviews on them, so I will link that up here if you are interested. This is the level B course for astronomy. In my 5th graders curriculum review, I shared that we will be doing the level A, the elementary course for astronomy through Journey Homeschool Academy, and this is level B. From my understanding, it is a lot more intentional with teaching kind of like responsible study habits. They do a lot more experiments. It is still an online program. They do have level B videos. The videos for level B are different than the videos for level A, so you can't really combine the 2 levels. He has to take notes in the student guidebook while he watches the video, and then there are the activities and the experiments and observations that he'll have to do at nighttime in the field guide. Now you can print all of these out for free as PDFs. I didn't do that because I like having the physical copy bound and ready to go for me. So there are lots of different activities on here. There's a lot of observation of just the night sky. I think he's going to have a really good time with it. And then also the online component is watching a video and then taking quizzes and tests. All of it is graded online, and you don't have to grade any of it like in elementary courses. It keeps track of all of the students' scores, and then you do get a grade at the end of the course. And so excited to kind of jump into like middle school level science courses. So again, we're using the astronomy course from Journey Homeschool Academy. The next thing that I will share with you is that we do Bible copy work. Every year, we've done it for 3 years now. This year we will be writing through the book of Galatians, and we basically just have a notebook, and the kids have had all of their copy work in there for the past 2 or 3 years. And they just do 1 verse a day, and we go through it, and what we get done is great. What we don't, that's fine too. But I do want them to start getting into the habit of like copying scripture and like thinking it in their mind. The last piece of curriculum that we will be using that I don't have anything to share with you physically is Shorman Math Pre-Algebra. There's not a whole lot of information out there about Shorman Math. There are a few videos, and they're very helpful. These are Christ-centered math videos. Apparently, the instructor is really great and engaging. They are recorded videos. Everything is graded online. Homework, quizzes, tests, all of that is graded online. I'm just really excited to start getting up into, again, the higher level of maths with him. I think that The Good and the Beautiful did a really good job preparing him, and then this last year, focusing a lot on fractions, decimals, and percentages really kind of gave him a nice solid foundation for pre-algebra this coming fall. So I'm really excited to start this with him. It's very new. We have not ever done an online math course before. If it works out super well, we will continue using it through his high school career. But this is kind of the pilot year for our family. That's what we're using. That's all of our curriculum for the upcoming school year for my 7th grade son. Guys, this is going to be my 2nd year having a middle schooler. He is just blossoming into a wonderful young man, and I'm really excited to see kind of where we go from here this year. So that is what we will be using for our curriculum next year for the 2026-2027 homeschool year. The next couple videos that I release are going to be about our family read-alouds and the assigned readers that I have given each of my children. I do this every year. I assign them books that they need to go through when they read personally for 10 to 30 minutes, depending on their ages, and I will share those with you as well. So thank you so much for watching. I am super excited about all of the choices that we have, and I know that God is going to use our homeschool in really great ways this next year. So watch out for those other videos, and I'll see you then.